your opinion on Scott and Amelia. Amelia just posted today her love for him, and it was so sweet. But as a mama, what are you thinking?
Here's what I have to say. As a mother, you want your children happy. Period. If my children are happy, then I'm happy. The end.
And she's happy.
The end.
We got to talk about your dance moves because they're the most iconic thing on Instagram.
Well, I was going to say, what dance moves? I'm not sure you can categorize them as dance moves, but let's say that I have a good time shaking what my mama gave me. I don't know.
Which we love. And I have to say, you posted a recent photo of your bikini body.
I did.
The people went wild.
I'm not sure they went wild, but thank you.
The people went wild. Like, you look amazing. You're so fabulous.
I'm 57 years old. I mean, come on.
And you look so good.
I mean, if you were 57 and Khloe Kardashian sent you that bikini and you put it on, why wouldn't you take a picture at 57? That's what I have to say.
Of course.
I'm like, damn, bitch, you're doing okay.
You're doing more than okay. And I want to know, would you ever pose for Playboy again? Because you look damn good.
I mean, I think 2 times is really enough. I mean, I don't think there's any reason to, but, you know, I love Playboy, and I thought it was they were amazing moments in my life. Being pregnant the first time, the first pregnant woman to ever pose nude for Playboy, I think that was awesome, and Delilah Bell was on her first cover. And then I think, again, when I was 45, I think that I have done it. So the answer would be probably no.
Probably no.
Probably no.
Okay, well, we need to talk about this season of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. You're already bringing our iconic Lisa. It's only been one episode.
Why wait? I say, why not just bring her right out?
You're bringing her right out, but I need to know, there's a little tiff with you and Garcelle. How are you guys now?
Well, I think that you'd have to ask Garcelle, because per myself, I thought we were fine after the first dinner. But as I'm watching the episodes, I'm like, oh, maybe we're not fine. Listen, I have a really good time, and I have no idea that we have any beef after the first episode. So I'm good. I will say that when I want to move on and I say I'm going to move on, I do.
Yeah.
Ask to read.
Yeah.
When I say I'm going to move on. So I think that's a Garcelle question, because, honey, I've moved on. That train has left the station. But I have a feeling maybe a grudge is going to be held the entire season. What? I have no idea. Literally, I am oblivious to it. So there you go.
I will say,
Oblivious.
I talked to Garcelle last week, and she seems a little...
Garcelle not trusting the Lisa Rinna here. And you know what? That's okay. You know what I would have loved? Say that to my face. Say, you know what, girl? Don't like you. Don't trust you. Okay. And don't want to be your friend. Okay. Good. Great. I got plenty of friends. All right, great. But to find out episode per episode, I'm like, okay. All right. Well, there you go. So there you go. I mean, you're going to have to talk there, because, girl, I moved on. I'm fine. I'm like, what? Everything's good.
Oh,
what are you talking about?
Lisa, this is why we love you so much. I'm like, you're so great.
But literally, seriously, right? Like, if you say to me, I don't like you and I don't want to be your friend, I would say, okay, I get it. But to say it in an interview, it's not landing here. If you say, I'm open to moving on, I go, open to moving on. Okay. Like, I could go on and on. Just say it to this mug right here. Not off camera in an interview.
So true. Well, last week you did say that you kind of regretted a few things with Denise. Have you reached out to Denise?
I have not. You know, I think time will tell where that will go, you know?
You've moved on with that too, right?
Well, I have, yeah. I mean, you know, we've had a very difficult year, I think, with COVID and what we've all been through. And I think there's a much bigger picture going on. And that's kind of the way I like to live in the moment. And I'm like, in this moment, you know, let's move on. Life is short. It's short. So moving on.
Well, we have to ask, we're at Kathy Hilton's house, which of course is amazing. How was it filming with her?
Well, I love Kathy Hilton first and foremost. I think we are so blessed to have her. on the show. I was a fan before. I'm still a fan now. And I love this house. I mean, it's a Hilton mansion. Like, look at this house. Like, if you could smell this right here. If you could smell, I don't know what this is called, but if you could smell this, you could feel where I am and would be like, oh my God, she's in the Hilton Manor. I mean, I'm in the Hilton Manor.
I love it.
And I love it.
All right, we're going to play a really quick rapid fire.
Okay.
Who is stirring the pot the most this season?
Oh God. Well, that's a really good question. I think the pot stirs itself this season, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who is acting a bit too much and deserves an Academy Award?
Garcelle.
And even though she's the one that said in a recent interview that everyone else is acting.
And what's her tagline? Thank you. Anyway, go on.
Who is bringing their fashion A game? I mean, obviously, you look at you.
Listen, I'm the underdog when it comes in this fashion game here on the show. You got Erica and you got Dorit, but guess who's the fashion underdog? Okay, just saying.